Hey guys, I hope you're having a really good day and making some really good trades. And yep, it looks like we reversed back up really quickly. Doesn't look like we're gonna, it doesn't look like we broke down to our target of 24,000. And you know what? I talked about it in my video yesterday that, I don't think that this is the Wyckoff accumulation pattern. I really thought that we were going to break down and, blast through this support. And you know what? Guess what? We just bounced off the support once again and had a huge bounce back up into the triangle. And then we tested it again and we got rejected. And now we're starting to break down again and we are falling. And we are currently again in a short position to make up some of the gains that we lost on shorting here and where we got stopped out with a lot of leverage. And again, once again, a lot of leverage is a lot of risk. And you know what? The more risk you take, the higher the chance of you getting stopped out it is. Right? So yeah, just by looking at market cipher, looks like we're rolling over at the moment. We got the VWAP coming down, the money flow starting to turn red. We got a red dot confirmation for a potential short, and yeah, it's looking good for this short position at the moment. On the 4 hour, the 1 hour, it's looking good as well. We got the VWAP's already there, but the money flow is starting to come down. The momentum waves are decreasing. Really good stuff. And yeah, honestly, to kind of explain what happened here, I kind of decided to step away from market cipher for a bit and try some basic TA again. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but market cipher really tells you the tools. We did enter a short here and market cipher was giving us some different signals, and honestly I should have probably listened to market cipher because everyone else in the chat was using market cipher, made amazing gains. We had a 20% pump, 22% or 20% pump, from the bottom. I know someone longed here. Congratulations to what's his name, I forget in the chat, but I didn't ask for his permission to put him in the video, so we'll just leave him anonymous right now, but he made over 300% in that trade, and I'm really proud of him. Congratulations. You deserve those gains, my man. Absolutely insane. And now it looks like we're breaking down right again. And something I want to talk about is that this could potentially be a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, right? When we look back, we zoom back at, the daily and we zoom out, right? And I know there's a lot of lines right here. Maybe I can go on a chart where there's no lines so you guys can see better what I'm talking about. And we'll even take away all the EMA ribbons just so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. I know that this one has lines here. Well, you know what? We'll delete these ones because they're kind of irrelevant at this point. So we'll just delete those, delete this one too. Okay, perfect. And let's go into daily. And we can see that right here, right? This, in hindsight now, we had this nice rally up and it started to slow down and it started to roll over, and now we are in this scenario here, right? And when we look at it here, and I found this on the internet, obviously, this is the Wyckoff accumulation. This was the Wyckoff distribution schematic, number 1, right? There's a number 1 and there's a number 2 for distribution. And there's a number 1 and a number 2 for the accumulation pattern. So right now, it looks like we just witnessed the distribution schematic number 1 for the Wyckoff event. And, we look at it here and we can look at it there. It's almost, a 1 for 1. It's really close. We had one high and then we made a higher high. One high, then we dip, and then we made a higher high. Then we dipped again, and then we made one final higher high, and then we had a big dip, and we recovered a little bit, like the LPSI phase, right? The D phase where we bounced back a bit, bounce back up, and we start to correct all the way down, right? This was the phase E. We're currently, in my opinion, I think maybe we could be in phase E, right? Because we've come down so much, kind of like where we're at over here, right? Kind of like where we're at over here, we're starting to bottom out around this area. So that's just my opinion of what happened over here. Now to zoom in a bit to where we're at right now, we can see that this is potentially starting to look like the accumulation schematic. Not B, is it B? Are we in B? I forget which one I was looking at before. I believe I was looking at... Okay, yeah. So just to get back to you guys, sorry, I had to double check some data that I was looking at. But yes, right now we could be looking at this scenario. It's actually both scenarios. So we could actually be looking at this one, in my opinion, or this one, because we are not in phase C yet. So phase C is where it starts to go down, right? We can make a lower low and then really start to bounce back up, and then enter phase D, where we start to consolidate one last time, and then we start to rally again in phase E, which could technically make sense. This is still possible. This is a possibility that I am looking at. Or we could be looking at phase 2, not phase 2, our schematic number 2, or we enter phase C, or the LPS area, where we just consolidate for a bit, form like a form of W pattern, and then start to rally up in phase D, and then same thing, and it's a same thing for accumulation schematic number 1. So right now we can see that we made a low here, right here, right? We made our low here, and then now we entered. We sort of made a low here to it, right? The support test area right here, and then support test again in phase B, but a lower low. So we did make a lower low, and then we start to rally up, and but we don't make a higher high, right? We just rally up, and then we could start to trend back down a bit, and then maybe start to consolidate, maybe get a bounce back again, and then form this pattern, or from this pattern, or potentially this pattern. So we could either go consolidate and then go down one more for a huge bounce and then start to rally up, or we could just consolidate, form a W, and then move up, right? That is a possibility. I mean, when one Wyckoff event already happened, what is it could happen again. Who knows? I just made the line chart so it's easier to see, right? Because it's obviously a little bit harder to see it with the regular candles, just because these giant wicks they don't really help. But yeah, that's basically what's happening. Some data that I just want to share with you guys and make you guys aware of. We are currently in a short position on Bitcoin now. We're losing low leverage. Now we're back on that low leverage, right? You can make fantastic gains with low leverage, and I think we're going to maybe start to trend down a bit again, and then maybe potentially get another bounce again. Or if we just keep trending down, then I'll just hold my short. I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, I definitely recommend that you join the Discord, because we make fantastic trades there. We have some really good people making really good analysis. Daniel is working day and night all the time, and he's working on his day job, and he's providing really good analysis for everyone. All these potential theories that Bitcoin could take, and yeah, we followed one of his theories, and it may not have played out, but that's no big deal, because it's a theory and we put it to the test. And yesterday we did put it to the test, right? There's no problem. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and please exercise good risk management and have a wonderful day. I love you guys. Peace. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the content.